It's not that I hate summer. It's I don't like summer. This time of summer I hate the most. You know, it's hot, sticky. Your face is all oily. At night you have to wash your face like about 37 times during the day. When you're at work, they kind of frown upon that when you wash your face 37 times. Where are you going, Andy? I would wash my face. It's oily. What about what about the bugs during the summertime? You like the bugs flying in your face at nighttime when you're just walking from the car to the house? Weird bugs too. There's bugs you never see like during the springtime or like the beginning of summertime, like that. Maybe like in May before the big heat waves hit. July. It's been a hot July. It's terrible. What I'm starting to think right now is I'm thinking of winter already. And you know what makes me think of winter is snow days. Remember when you were a kid with snow days? You get up early in the morning, turn the TV on, hoping. Then they name your school off for snow day. I was always happy. And you can't go back to sleep once that snow day's already called. They already call your school canceled, you know. So what do? You go sledding. That's what you do. You go sledding. Where we used to go when we were kids was we had a few hills actually. We would go. The one neighborhood sledding hill when I grew up as a kid was it's called Blouse. We called it Blouse Hill. That'd be Blough, and it was owned by the Blau family. It was in the neighborhood. It was like they had a nice house, backyard, and it was like a little hill. Not a little hill. Well, when you're a kid, it was a big hill. It's probably not like big now to me, you know. And the guy that owned it was a really cool guy, big time guy in Lowell. His name was Ivan K. Blau. He built the showboat that was in Lowell, the old showboat, the one that they built after 1978 after the storm. It's a big windstorm. They built a new showboat, and then they just dismantled the old one and just built a one a few years back. And it's kind of doesn't have the same look as the old showboat that I grew up with as a kid. But anyways, back to sledding during a snow day. You know, like I said, you never go back to sleep. First thing you do, you grab your sled, go to Blouse Hill, and go sledding. And we'd build like giant freaking, well, giant for us, probably like maybe 4 foot tall jumps. You'd hit that going down the hill. Whew. Sometimes you'd land a little hard, knock the wind right out of you. I remember one time I freaking went out and the freaking sled just left underneath me in midair, landed right on my chest. Knocked the wind right out of me. And being a kid, you can't get your breath, you're freaking out. And, yeah. What's another hill we used to go to? Oh, off of North Washington, the Boy Scout cabin. Out there, we had a big hill out there. That was a big one. That one you could probably go down a few times, and then you're spent for the rest of the day. It was such a climb up that hill. We didn't have hills like what Snow Snake has. There's tubing and stuff like that. We never heard of tubing. I had my red plastic sled, and then we had another sled, because my brother had, he had a red sled like mine, but we had another sled that had the blades on it. We never used that one because we never went down like hard, packed, icy hills with that. That's the only way to go down a hill in one of those, if it's like ice basically, and we never did that. And if you didn't have a sled at the Blouse Hill, they'd always have toboggans, like round sleds. I never liked the saucer sleds as a kid. Have you ever used a saucer sled? I was never a big fan because you'd be all spinning around. It was really dumb. And another, and we'd stay out there until like freaking like at least till lunchtime. We'd go home, have lunch, warm up. It could be like below zero out there too. We wouldn't care. And just all around different back then. I mean, I grew up on the west side of the state. We had lake effect snow, so there's a few times where we'd miss a few days in a row if the weather was bad enough. Nowadays, and especially on this side of the state where there's no lake effect snow, the kids are a little bit soft now. They always call out school if the wind blows funny. Oh, no school today. We had an inch of snow and the wind's blowing like 2 miles per hour. No school. Yeah, kids are soft these days. That's my opinion. And but yeah, I am ready for cooler weather. Ready for cool weather. This humidity in Michigan, it's like they always say in Michigan, oh, it's not the heat that'll hurt you, it's the humidity. Well, it's just, you go home and it's just like, yeah. Takes you like weeks. Right now at our house, we have no AC right now. We just got freaking fans blowing. Wife has to turn the TV off. I can actually hear the TV on when I freaking pull up to the driveway. I can tell what she's watching. TV's cranked up, fans are blowing, every direction they can go. Ready for the end of summer. I mean, sure, we've gone to the beach a few times. And, well, the first time I went to the beach was in Grand Haven. The water wasn't warm enough yet. It was only like 58 degrees. Water temperature in Lake Huron last weekend was 68. And it was nice. It was nice. But, yeah, I am so done with this heat. And the thing is, though, you can't, we'll still get like some heat coming probably early October. I mean, last year on my birthday, we had at least 80-degree weather because my friend came up here and it was still hot. We were at the restaurant hanging out for a bit outside. Then we went downtown and walked around. It was good weather. But like I said, the heat, it just, ready for nice crispy air, leaves change. That's the best part of living in the state is the seasons. But summertime, I get bored with it. I get bored being uncomfortable. Can barely breathe in this freaking weather. Freaking just want to get stuff done outside, but then the heat gets to you. You get all dizzy. You gotta drink like 30 gallons of water. It's just a joke. But like I said, it just for some reason I thought about winter the other day. As a kid, growing up in Lowell with the weather, the winter, getting a sled for Christmas. That was the best. And sometimes because we didn't have a sled, so my dad would give us, and this never worked. That never freaking worked. I don't know what they're thinking. He'd take a cardboard box and flatten it out, and then you'd get on it and you'd go like 2 feet. And that was into that. What's the other sled that sucks besides the saucer sled? Oh, those ones that rolled out and like you can roll it out and you go on your knees. Those were terrible sleds. I was happy with the plastic sleds with the yellow handles. It was red. It had the 4 yellow handles on it. And then you try to go down the hill. It never worked. You try to go down the hill, standing up on there. Your sled, like, this was even before snowboarding was popular. You go down, pretend you're surfing, you end up wiping out and falling off like after like 3 feet. But my brother and I, we'd build like these giant jumps. We'd be out there forever, like I said. Go home, have some hot cocoa, warm up. Freaking schnaut probably coming down the side of their nose like in the movie Dumb and Dumber when they're on the moped. We didn't give a crap. Yeah. So sledding, man. It's the way to go. This has been the Andrew Miles Project. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and comment. Comment about what you'd like to do in the wintertime. I know it's the wrong season, but I got winter on my mind. I don't know what's on your mind. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.